Chapter 8. As I fell into an exhausted slumber, I woke to a world of dreams. Heaven poured the stars upon me. Winged monsters, men and beasts ran upon the earth, horned but human. I was told of plagues coming that caused one to pass without death. Immortality, having been discovered, maidens of Babylon released the dragon and charmed the angels to revolt in heaven. 7 hymns to the sun, black obelisks of evil, spirits of Babylon, hear the invocation. Goddess of black love, my queen, bring my new soul to me. Whisper softest, best, and sweetest the melodies that destroy green fields nestled beneath balmy overhanging lips. Past lives and future lives join. We sing to refresh chaos and unleash it upon man and release it into the world. I hear laughter of lambs. I don't understand, it's a language unknown. I could feel myself becoming undone. My heart grieves. I prayed to tears not to lose my spirit amid the smoke and graves of mankind. As my vision was subsiding and I was coming out of the darkness, I could see it spreading and spinning backwards through all of time. Soft echoes from the silence of my chambers. I come rising. I say men, madness, masses with weapons from hell. Yell from behind your shields so that we may protect crumbling humanity. May God be with us. The ruling class is hazardous to your freedom. The nanny state is real. The smoke alarm blares. It's truly terrorizing. Fire burning the morals of this assassinated nation to cinders. Zombies roam Earth's major metropolitan cities, inundated with them. This is a fair analysis of deduction. I stand behind beyond dispute. We need higher values asserted. I humbly restate that we need higher values asserted. Stuck only with yesterday's history instead of years, we measure in minutes of what came before casino mentality. It's controlled information, told where the story should end, is an infringement and an abuse of logic and reason. This weird political philosophy that is becoming the law of the land. They groom history. Socialism unfolds into crushing poverty and mental slavery as dawn breaks over America. It merely creates a class of dishonest parasites. Shame on these corrupt practitioners. We have lost our social stability. Lives beyond enforcing the right to freedom. A misbegotten operation has emerged. We must position ourselves inches away from their faces and point our fingers directly in their foreheads and say no more. Progressivism, it ends here. We're going back to the Constitution, Mr. Gimmick, never to escape change of hypocrisy. The world looks at America different now. Reasonable accommodation gone. I grow weary of seeing the beasts of socialism in their breasts of them gone wild. If God exists, I do not approve of this performance in this situation in the way he is handling this issue. It's a failure, inexplicably so. Why are we so happy to celebrate receiving the George Orwell Prize? A transformation has occurred in the consciousness of America, or for that fact, the world, and it must be reversed. Bipartisan means getting fucked by both sides at the same time. It's very typical Washington. The groundwork for takeover has been laid. I fight forward from the border of obscurity. My message must prevail. I am not classically extreme. I have been thrust into a violent nightmare, looked at as a psychopath loner acting out a one-man play. Well, that's some of the plan in my mind. CU 60, based on true events. I sprayed myself down with anti-wampum spray. There was going to be acid rain in the catacombs, not to mention we're being followed by a carnival of psycho cops. I'm wanted because I'm actually orgasmic. There has not been one of me in the Matrix since the time of the Great Spirit. I'm from another dimension. The universal mind sent me. I'm sort of a dimensional astronaut. My poodle Adelaide and I have traveled around with nothing but dimensional love, and we're trying to create a pattern. It's strange and wonderful to override the jungle of disaster. Ever since biocosmic industries started mining uranium from people's minds, things have gone ultra mad in the reality distortion field. A valve has been blown off. Chapter ? Broke, unshaved, thirsty and blind with smoke. Objective reached. My jolly naked buttocks staring out across the morning, traversing fate sure. Dissolving drifts of smoke escape from the tent. I look over to witness Elmer making frantic gestures, spouting gibberish wildly. Tripping, I ask? I sniff the air and wink at Dawn's ghost. No doubt today will be filled with hours of destiny, action, dreams, jealousy, and sorrows. Nature whispers something inaudible. Half naked, I hit the moment glorious. Chapter 8. Beyond the point of no return, deranged with hunger, the ghost of love latched on to the rhythm in my heart. I could see my breath as I closed my eyes and prepared for the great cerebral hoedown. Children of the sun fed me tranquilizers, dissolving who I am. A nomadic smoking monkey sitting at Samsara City Station, sick to my rational depth. The eerie orchestra played Life Has Value as I sat in the temple of conspiracy theory, reading from a book called Once God Wasn't Silent. But he no longer watches the human show, our Shangri-La circus. Left in infinity, Anunnaki, the mysterious, changed the script. Myth killers crossing the Rubicon towards the nexus of completion. They sailed on chemical waters, feeding off the dreams of planet Earth, until eventually dreaming the dreamer, lost in the seven worlds of the healer, monochrome digital skulls, grand unification theory, twisted and began the end of my journey. Back to my small, strange world, like a spiral in the sky, arranging my mind, soft rain, thunder, my heartbeat, child's play, a shirtless bastard on ecstasy at the psychedelic club, trying to get out of the Indian sun. Now hollow, with wired memories, that tigers are blue day after day. I ask, is anybody out there in that urban forest listening to the old tree that talks? Chapter 33. Suddenly I lost control of my gondola. I was not able to displace enough air to stay buoyed. Dropping quickly, I immediately undid the ballast to try to control Grandpapa's balloon. The cargo I was carrying were two Siamese retarded Chinese children. They began puking peas and fell to their knees. Oh please, I wheezed, geez, none of these, and we started to bounce around the rocks, bees, trees, all now inside my gondola of doom. Here comes the boom. There's no room. I do not want my gondola to become my tomb. Zoom. I hit a loom, glanced the moon, black and quiet, like dried flowers. I was rescued by Florida Morrison. I continue to recover on her plantation. My servant, Lu Gim Ming Hong Gong, tells me tales of folklore and Medivic epic song 6,000 lines long. I love it beneath the pear tree. Hope there aren't any hairy men around here. I'm Africa Dreyfus. That's my name. I'm the second impressionist, postmodernist, and cubist from the Fourth Republic, established before the Third Republic of the liberation of the Constitution. Chapter 31. Ravishing her body throughout the night, she murmured and put her face in my chest, and her fingers rubbed and caressed the tenderness at the back of my neck. She can hear my heart. I can hear hers. Are you nervous? Nervous? I knew she was, and she was lying. She felt shame and fear, and trust me, it was about to get very, very dark in that bedroom. Chapter 99. The lost abbey of the blonde harlot of Belgium is protected by acoustic wolves located in the forest of tangerine willows on the lost coast known for its badger peanuts and beaver honey. Oh, who I am? I'm a belching monk who just drinks for fun. I'll tell you the rest of the tale later. Chapter 45. That morning held a musty smell, like mildew on a long dead man's diary. The natives call it Yachit, Yellow Dawn. I am Whispering Congo Black, the bully from Bonn, the last of the devil hunters, the dark's great fear. A fortnight ago, we dropped anchor off this island in the Zaragoza Strait. I have been tracking the most troublesome beast named Riley, the dark's only hope of destroying the light. With his death or capture, I would end the centuries-long war, and men would be free to live in peace. The beast's forepaw tracks are all over the island. I've been chasing him through the jungle for some time now. Not hair nor sight nor smell of the brute. The damn island is a mess of impenetrable foliage. Giant trees reach high into the heavens. The ground is soft like touching a sponge. Moving north from the shore towards Point Apron Barren. It's the cape, which I set up upon, the only barren spot our camp. I set the traps, and I readied our weapons for the night. We faced the beast. The beast held a special power for meddlesome men, to improve upon the fiction in his mind. In this dire mystery, first the quarrel begins, then the mischief, then goodbye to the mind, only leaving a delinquent mental ability. The fever of madness has hit its mark. Without obstacle, all is lost. Man is doom. Last contact, 12 weeks ago, still missing. Chapter 11. The feds demanded to know who was in the house and who killed 2 of my children. What is happening? What has happened to my children? Are they okay? Your children are fine. They were not hurt physically. What does that mean, physically? Your children are suffering from shock, PTS. They have fallen into a coma state. It's how the brain protects itself. They have been taken to Stone Mountain Sanitarium. Who the hell are you? And pardon me being rude. I'm Abby Firestone, from Wolf, Willow, and Hess. Your father's estate sent me. I can catch you up onto what is taking place since the incident almost a month ago. A month ago? My father? I was an orphan. The right family took me in, and all they knew was that they had to keep my last name, Crowley. And money came every month to help them for their apartment. Mr. Crowley, I'm Detective Paul Ribbon, and I have a few questions for you. We need to talk. Firestone steps in. Well, not now. He needs to rest. Let's go out in the hall and talk, where we can figure this out together, while my client comes out of his coma there personally, too. I start to drift off into the quiet. Mr. Crowley, I almost forgot to give you this letter. It came while you were asleep. Well, actually, when you were in your coma. Who? What? It's too soon. All I understand is the powerful narcotics are doing their job. Off to sleep, as I started to dream. It was out of that evening. I couldn't make heads or tails of it. All I could see was the people's feet running by. I heard my children for a moment yell, and then the sound stopped, and it got very cold. I don't understand what happened. I just want to see my children. The next morning, his wife showed up, and they were having breakfast, and she asked, "What do you recall from that evening, honey?" Well, I heard the door come in, I heard some yells, and then I hit the floor. I heard a couple more sounds, and that's all. I don't remember anything. Oh, it's okay. She was reassuring me, and told me not to worry. That evening, everything eventually would come back. It would all come around, and I would be fine. And that she was going to go spend some time with the kids over at her mother's. And did I think that was going to be okay? Sure, It'd be great. I'm fine. Listen, hey, I got a letter today, and it's addressed to Mr. Crowley from Mr. Crowley. I'd never followed my family tree or anything. I understand, honey. It'll be alright. I was adopted.